Doing a little bit of a pattern switch here. I mentioned that in first weather. We had, again, high pressure, beautiful conditions over the weekend. And remember, we were breaking records on Friday. It felt more like July than it did early May. Two storm systems come in this week. Area of low pressure now is to our southwest. You can see this big blob of green. We can thank the stationary front, which eventually will become a warm front, and all that surging Gulf moisture will roll in. But the big challenge here in this forecast is that big H. Canadian high that is going to try to really dry things out. But either way, I think some of us tap into that moisture out to the west. That is our next storm system we'll have to keep an eye on. For now, not a lot going on. I know down in Juneau, Adams, Jackson County, we're starting to see at least the moisture roll in now. But again, for the rest of us, just looking at cloudy conditions. You'll notice in the hour-by-hour forecast I'm going to show you in a moment, that will change by the morning hours. This is the problem here, where at least those bands of rain, one, are moving away from the energy source, which is the area of low pressure. But secondly, you have dew points in the 20s and 30s. You can't wring anything out of the clouds. Everything stays aloft, and by the time it gets to the surface, it's just dried out, and you're just looking at virga at best. East to southeast winds will help that out, though, and they will be breezy. They're going to become more easterly for tomorrow, so not exactly great conditions. Overcast skies and temperatures well below the average. Temperatures now outside, still not too shabby for 10 o'clock. 54 for Wausau, 57 for Marshfield and Adams, 48 for Antigo. We made it back to 68, and every single day this month has been 60 degrees or warmer for the daytime highs. That comes to an end for tomorrow. So these overnight lows, actually pretty mild for this time of the year as well, but with the clouds, the low cloud deck, and the rain showers in the forecast tomorrow, I don't think anyone will make it out of the 50s. In some spots where it does rain a lot, will maybe be stuck just into the 40s. So we want to get right to the hour-by-hour forecast. Look at all the dry air in place. The UP, our far northern counties, not even looking at any clouds, but down into southern Wisconsin, look at all the rain. It ramps up through the day. At least I think by daybreak it'll be at least spotty chances, so keep the umbrella handy going to work if the kids going to school. Have the rain jackets ready. Look at by noon. I wouldn't probably have lunch outside. Maybe you folks up in Rhineland or Eagle River, that could be a possibility, but from Rapids, Stevens Point, Marshfield, again Wausau, all the way down into, say, Madison and Milwaukee, looking at periods of rain showers. Then it starts to dissipate. Low pressure scoots its way out to the east, just isolated showers. A secondary area of low pressure strolls in, and you can see the back edge of that, the drying taking place in far western portions of Minnesota. That will usher in a chance for some rain, maybe a few thunderstorms heading into Thursday, and then we start to cool things off by the end of the week. So there'll be a couple of chances of rain. If you don't get in on the action tonight or tomorrow, it looks like we'll have chances again for Thursday and also into early next week. We need the rain. The last 2 weeks, we've only had one day of rainfall, a quarter of an inch or more. We've had a lot of days in the 60s. Our temperatures have been very mild. Here's a look at tomorrow's planner. 47 by 7 a.m. We're not going to warm up much again with the clouds around. Take a peek at the 7-day forecast. Not fantastic if you want the late spring or early summer, at least numbers that we had for last Friday. We don't have any numbers in the 70s. Upper 60s are our warmest day. For the latest weather, you can head to our website, WSAW.com.
I worked in the yard today. It could use a drink of water. You're right. It's a little dry out there.
I'm glad you did that now, and you're not going to do that tomorrow. I'm smarter than you look, isn't he?
No comment. Thanks, Chris.
Bar's pretty low. Thanks, Chris.